Hello,
What's going on, Zach?
Sid, my brother. How you doing, man?
I'm good, bro. How you doing, bro?
Man, I'm doing great, dude. It's fucking Friday night. We're jamming. Dude, we just got done blasting your new track, Agony, man. Hell yeah, dude.
Awesome, man. Thank you very much. Yeah, we're really proud of that song, dude. It's doing well.
Dude, it's fucking badass, man. Fucking badass shit, man. So how you guys been doing, man? What's been going on in the world of Negative Sixxx?
Well, you know what? We got a lot going on, man. We're just keeping on moving forward. Like you said, we just released that song and that new video. We've been kind of sitting on it for a while, so it feels good to finally get that released and let the people out there hear it and see what they think about it, man.
Fuck yeah, dude. Hell yeah, man. Well, for people out there listening, man, give us a brief history rundown. Like, how long you guys been doing this? How'd you get started, and how'd you get to where you're at now, man?
Shit, man. We started this band probably about 6-7 years ago, man. We had different members, and me, Chris, and Rick Chavez were hanging out at bars, drinking beers, and we should start a band, man. Because we all kind of knew each other from the past.
Yeah.
We're playing shows and stuff like that, and I was at my buddy's house. This guy was on drums, Rob Flynn was on guitar, and we're just jamming like Metallica songs. This guy Brian was on drums. I thought he was cool fit. We brought him in. We did well. Then we got Ron Wadley in the band, and then we put out a great EP through Zach Irwin, Shark Bite Studios. Give a shout out to that. Our EP was called The True South Set You Free, and man, it did really fucking well. And all of a sudden, our first show was opening up for Vio-lence, in Oakland, a sold-out show, their first comeback. So, man, we're like, whoa.
Hell yeah.
This is pretty rad. Yeah. It was a great fucking start for us, But we've all been working pretty hard at this shit for quite a while. So it felt really good to, get those songs in and get the people and get our name out there for the people.
Yeah, man. Well, tell us what's the story behind this song, Agony, man?
Well, shit, man. It's kind of funny you mentioned that. The song used to be called Gravity. It used to be called Gravity, and I couldn't come up with the right lyrics for it. Like, how the fuck do I talk about gravity? So we changed it to Agony, and I could write more of a prime, story to that song. And we've had this song for a while. Actually back when Rick was in the band, we had Nick come in, play with us for this song. But we twisted it up a little bit. We shortened some stuff. We made some changes that I thought would make this song more powerful, dude. And the song's about. I always write lyrics about shit that people kind of relate to. I think.
Mm-hmm.
And right now the world's kind of going crazy, man. So
yeah.
And we're tired of being, yeah, exactly, bro. So we're tired of kind of being on our knees. And I kind of wrote the song about just, everyday shit that's going on in the world, dude. And cause there's so much negativity. It's funny because our name's called Negative Sixxx, but it has nothing to do with negativity. But we try to write shit, man, that gets your head pumping, your fucking, your blood flowing, dude. And, that's how we roll, dude.
Yeah, man. You touch on something right there. When you mention all that, like, as far as what the world is going through and everything, and all these crazy fucking things. Every fucking day we wake up, it's something new, man. It's like,
I know, bro.
But from an artistic point of view, for a musician, for you guys, it's just constant fucking stuff that you can write about, and kind of make it into a song. So that's cool.
Yeah, so we don't try to get too political or anything like that. I just try to write about shit how we all feel, and meet in the middle, and at the same time, like, send a message, and you can go for it if you want to or not. But the main part is to get your fucking body moving, bro. Get in the pit.
Yeah.
Let's fucking go, bro. Let's fucking play some music that I feel like music is always the best music. I feel like is always like a feeling, something that makes you feel something, bro. You know what I mean? Like that passion, like it raises the fucking hairs on your arms when you hear it.
Yeah, dude.
So
yeah,
I think hopefully we're connecting with people like that.
Absolutely, man. And yeah, you're right. And no matter how bad shit gets, man, no matter how fucking crazy it gets, dude, as long as you can, especially if you can get out there and just fucking bang your head and fucking jump around, just go nuts, like
bro.
you can let it all out, man, you know, and that's what people need, man.
Yeah, exactly, for like a live show, you know, because a live show is a circle of energy, you know, like us as a band on stage, man, you know, we're going to do our best, we're going to be prepared when we play a show.
Mm-hmm.
And when you see the crowd into it, man, it gets us into it, right? So it's like the circle of energy that always, I feel that is the best part of my music career of playing, is fucking playing live and getting that true feeling from everybody that's out there, dude.
Hell yeah.
In the crowd.
Hell
you know
yeah.
what I mean?
Hell yeah. Yeah, man. I know what you mean, dude.
Right on.
The video is fucking badass, dude. How did you guys do that, man? Like that shit is fucking professional fucking looking, man.
Thanks, man. Yeah, you know, we always strive to be pro on anything that we do. I'm very prone on that. Before that, we did a video called Thrive, which we had Dave Perger do for us. It came out awesome. So this time around, we had Paul McGuire, who's a well-known, video director. He did, Hatebreed, fucking Fear Factory, D. Snyder, fucking Talented Sanitation and shit like that. So I got pretty lucky, man. He hit us up, through being friends with Wayne. I guess Wayne must have mentioned him to us. He's from Europe, so he had like this small time frame of being here in Cali. So he hit me up, and we're like, fuck it, let's do it. So we set up outside our studio, man, and went there against that fence, and then we rolled with it. We rolled the punches, bro. We made the best way we could, and we had some cool little little clips in between of the song, and I thought it came out pretty good, man, for what it was. We filmed that video in like fucking 4 or 5 hours. 5 hours.
No shit.
So it was like, yeah, dude, we had to be prepped. We run the speakers outside so we can be on time and all that shit. And what the trippy thing is we actually kind of had natural weather in the song. So like that, like if you see there's a part where Mark's playing drums, there's like fucking raindrops on his cymbals. Mm-hmm. That was real. That's not fake.
Hell yeah.
It was starting to rain on us and shit. Oh shit. Like, all right, well, let's make the best of it before it rains too hard because we don't want to fuck up our gear. But so it came out pretty cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that is cool, man. Well, you gotta you gotta go with what you got. You gotta go with the role. Like fucking.
Exactly, bro. Exactly, man. We're like, well, let's get this shit done. I remember there's one scene. There's a couple of scenes where you like see the overhead of the band. I had to back my fucking truck up, and Paul got on the bed of my truck and filmed it down so we had that cool view of the band looking down.
That's cool.
Well, behind the scenes shit that nobody knows about, but whatever, it's cool.
Man, dude, that's cool, man. I love that I love that kind of shit, man. The DIY style shit, man. Like you got
right.
You got to get in there and get in the fucking trenches, man, and just do it, man.
Yeah, man. And knowing his background, dude, I'm like, dude, let's get this fucking guy, dude. Let's get him in here while we can and have him film us. Because he did Josta too with, with the singer from Killswitch Engage. There's some cool ass videos. Like, man, we got to nail this. Let's land this guy. And yeah, man, I think it came out pretty good for the short period that we had and what we made of it.
Hell yeah, man! And tell us about sharing stages with Vio-lence, Sadus, fucking Suicidal Tendencies, man. What the fuck, dude?
Oh man!
Holy shit, man! Suicidal, dude. What the fuck?
Yeah, dude, fucking... that was Yeah, that was rad, dude. So we got offered to play the FTA festival out in Southern Illinois. And we're like, fuck, man. It's one show. So, we're like, fuck it. Suicidal's on there. Not only Suicidal, fucking Municipal Waste is on that show. Ghoul's on that show. There's a lot of badass bands on that festival, and like, man, we got to go play this. I don't give a fuck what it takes. So, we decided we're going to play that, and we fucking rented a van. Shout out to my dad and my dad's brother-in-law Rob for letting us use his credit card to fucking rent this van. And we got in. We drove 32 hours straight, bro, to get to this fucking place. And this lady hit us up on the way there, dude, and gave us a place to stay and everything, man. So
no shit.
It really worked out. Yeah, and then our guitar player got code on the way up there. We actually already had it. So, we got on stage. We played Sunday. I think it was Sunday. The same day that Suicidal played. Yeah, it's the last day. We played around 2:30 in the afternoon. And, a lot of people were hungover. We probably played in front of about 300-400 people. It was still cool as fuck. And it was worth every minute of the drive. We had a blast out there, dude. And to be a part of that, something like that, dude, is we drove up, right? They expected us to be there. Like, oh, you guys are Negative Sixxx from California. Like, yeah, that's us. So they hooked us up with all the passes and, I think that's the things that, a band's got to do if you really want it.
Mm-hmm.
You got to fucking get your ass out there and take advantage of the opportunities that you get.
Yeah.
No matter what it is.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
What was it like watching Suicidal Tendencies, man? I've never seen them live, dude. I've always wanted to, man.
Oh, dude, it was great, dude. They have the Metallica's bass player's son is in the band.
Rob Trujillo's son, yeah.
Yeah. Rob Trujillo's son from Metallica. His son's playing bass for them. He's got that cool style. So, it's a cool vibe, dude. It's an outdoor venue. Everyone's just kind of hanging out at 2 stages at nighttime. And it was rad, dude. It was cool being a part of it. We got to talk to the guys on the way backstage and shit. Nothing. The backstage was like a forest. But dude, it was cool, man. And just to be a part of that kind of shows that that we are, worthy of it, which is cool, and so yeah, man, we want to keep moving forward and just keep doing the best we can to show everybody what we got going on with this band.
Hell yeah, man. What about the special guest appearances, man? You got people from Hatebreed and Machine Head on here.
Oh man, how lucky are we, man?
What the fuck, dude?
So when we opened for Vio-lence, that was their first comeback. Of course, as Phil Demos in the band. So we met up, and we became great friends, man. We both liked to golf. So me and Phil became great friends, dude. like personally, cool ass dude. His wife Marta, who's a bleeding through.
Dude, Phil's an insane guitar player too, man. He's so I think he's underrated, man. I think more people need to give him more credit. Phil Demo, man.
Dude, he's such a ripper, dude.
Dude, he is, so man. Good.
So after that show, he invited me. We'll play golf and shit. I played golf with Chuck Billy. He's hella cool, dude.
Hell yeah.
He has this thing called the Merkins. So he invited me to play with the Merkins, and that's how this shit happens. The Merkins shows in Dublin, and he plays. He grabs a bunch of different musicians, like good ass musicians, famous people, and then us upcoming guys, and we all play cover songs. And so on that note, we're playing in Dublin. I'm wearing a fucking Hatebreed hat, and we're covering a Metallica song. I have no idea that fucking Wayne is going to be playing with us.
What song were you covering?
We did, what songs with, hold on, give me damn it. What song was it that we did, man? It was, it starts with an S. God damn it.
Seek and Destroy?
Yep, Seek and Destroy. Thank you.
Hell yeah.
So I'm on stage ready to sing, dude. This dude taps you in the back. I turn around, it's fucking Wayne Losby from Hatebreed. I'm all, what the fuck? I have a Hatebreed hat on. I'm all, cool, man. So we jammed, and me and Wayne became really good friends, dude. He's super, super cool dude. He just beat brain cancer, bro. I mean,
yeah.
I don't hear about that. I mean, that guy and his wife and his girlfriend Kat, I mean, they're great people. So I give credit to Phil for hooking us up with that. So Phil's cool like that, man. He's a rock star. He's a friend. He's a humble person. They have a great bar in Dublin, and he kind of like just everybody come in and hang out, And so I remember one year here's a good example of how cool Phil is. We had a Merkin show, and he goes, "Hey Sid, I was living in the Bay Area, right?" He goes, "Hey, can you go pick up Dave from the airport and bring him to Livermore to practice?" I'm all, Dave who? He goes, Everson. I'm all, from fucking Megadeth? So yeah, I'm all, fuck yeah, I'll pick him up, dude.
Hell yeah.
Bro, that was cool, right? So then me and Wayne became friends. So then, boom, we get this show. So Wayne ends up moving to Petaluma with his girlfriend Kat. So we have a show at the Petaluma with Sadus. Boom, there we go, right? So I hit up Wayne and I say, hey man, would you be down to fucking cover a Hatebreed song? He's all, fuck yeah, bro. And here's how cool I think, we become. So we covered This Is Now. We didn't have one practice with Wayne, not one. He trusted us so much to play this song live with him. He got on stage and we fucking nailed it. It was fucking super cool to do that. And you know what, man? Not just Wayne and Phil. We get love a lot here in the Bay Area, bro. Chris Contos, man, what a fucking homie he is for us.
Yeah, Machine Head.
Ex-Machine Head now, Forbidden. They're they're coming back and blowing up. We had Matt from fucking Rancid come to our shows. I mean, it's the list is going on. I'm like, man, this is wild. Craig Cicero. I mean, Rob Flynn. All these dudes are like giving us props. And it's pretty wild, man. How the people, the people you looked up to your whole lives of why you do this shit, or giving us credit. So that's pretty rad.
Yeah, it is, man. Dude, let me rewind though just a minute, man, because I gotta ask, walk us through, like, what's it like going to the airport to pick up Dave Ellefson? What was that like, man? What'd you talk about? Like, what did you do?
Well, my girl Kelly was cool, let them use her Jeep, so I picked him up. I want to so this happened right after he kind of got, he got booted from the band, which sucked. Mm-hmm. So I don't want to bring that up, but halfway in, he was a super cool dude, and I had to tell him, I said, the first time I ever saw Megadeth was at the Warfield. I was like fucking 15 years old.
Yeah.
16 years old. My buddy John and Bobby from my first band ever, Strychnine, we all went to that show, and he threw me a pick, and I caught his pick. And I told him, he goes, no shit. So sorry, man, I got to tell you, I love Megadeth, man. He goes, thanks, man. And I got Sirius Radio, so I played some cool songs on the radio. He's like, yeah, this band's cool. We're talking about music, and he's just super down-to-earth, cool-ass dude, man. Honestly, dude. And I made sure I wasn't trying to be a fanboy or anything like that. It's like a 40-minute drive from Oakland to Livermore, So
yeah.
But he's a super nice guy. We just bullshit about music and the future of his projects that was going on at that time. And but yeah, man, that was pretty much it.
Hell yeah, man. Yeah, he's got so many projects going on, dude. He's always he's still kicking ass, man. Like what's that band? Yeah, dude. What's that band that he's in right now? It's like thrash, fucking Kings of Thrash, man. I watched a video of that, and they were fucking destroying it, man. Like, they were doing old school Megadeth fucking songs, and like half it's like half it was like half the band of old school Megadeth, up there with some new guys, man. But they were just tearing it up, man. It was cool.
Tearing it up, man. And I've been blessed with a lot of guys like that. So I'll give a shout out to Dylan Waltz and Mark Hernandez. We did a big show for Wayne. I mentioned he had brain cancer. Or I'm sorry, not brain cancer. Luckily it wasn't cancer. He had a brain tumor. And we did a big old benefit show for him in Concord. And, man, I got to play on stage with fucking Gary Holt, dude. And Rick Unholt. We're covering Metallica song.
Gary Holt's badass, dude.
Fuck yeah, dude. Like, I'm on stage with these dudes. Exodus, now Slayer, now Exodus again, or whatever.
Yeah.
Rick Unholt, Exodus. And, here we are on stage. I'm on stage with these guys. I'm going, fuck, man, this is wild, and I'm just happy that I've hard work pays off at some point, and you get to be a part of this, and it also helps our band out, Negative Sixxx out, that we're always there to support no matter what, dude.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Well, Sid, I got a question for you from the chat room, man. Lady Red wants to know, have you guys ever played in Canada? And what? Well, she wants to know, have you ever played in Canada, and what show would you say was your best show ever?
Okay, we have not played in Canada, not as yet. Our best show ever, man, I don't know, man. That kind of, I guess, to each their own. I mean, the Vio-lence show was awesome. The Sadus show was awesome. We played Red Metal Fest 2 years ago. But I want to give a shout out to Brian Sticky. We just got added that again this year. So, huge festival in Ukiah that they do every year. It's free, and it's an awesome festival in Ukiah. we're a part of that again this year. So, man, I mean, I don't know, man. It's kind of hard to say what our best show was. We played a lot, and I don't know.
They're all great.
We have a blast. Yeah, they're all great. The Vio-lence show, of course, our first show ever coming out was fucking epic. We played Two Tavern. We played so many, played Las Vegas. We played Pig Fest in Reno. ATF was a great show. We just wanted to keep on moving forward, bro, and do the best we can and wherever we play. I don't give a fuck if there's 5 people there or 500. We're bringing the best that we got for you guys.
Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about, man.
Support, bro.
You got to, man.
My buddies in Hellbender. We're playing tomorrow night at Suits, actually. Give a shout out to them. My buddy Lenny and Billy Garut and all his dudes. And, so that's what it's all about here in the metal scene, the Bay Area, bro. We try to support each other the best we can, man, and, keep it legit. Keep it real.
Hell yeah. Another question from the chat room. When did you first know that you wanted to be in a band? When was the moment?
Well, I started playing guitar when I was about 14 years old, and I remember listening to the Black Album when I was 12.
Hell yeah!
I'm all, man, this fucking band's awesome, and
yeah, me too, man.
I was playing baseball. I love sports. That was my life, and skateboarding. But man, there's something about playing guitar. So a lot of people don't know this, but I'm actually, I've been playing guitar and singing all my career except for this band. I put the guitar down and was focusing on vocals. But I still, of course, have songwriting abilities as far as how we construct the songs and guitar parts and shit like that. But I think I wanted to really play when I was like 15 years old, man. I'm like, this is awesome. I love this shit. And then I was in a band called Strychnine growing up, and I was 22 years old, and we got hired by Bill Represents to open up for Iron Maiden, Motorhead, and Dio, dude. And that was fucking...
Holy shit.
Wow. Yeah, dude. So, yeah, here I am at Shoreline and Carverville. I'm 22 years old. We're opening up for the biggest fucking bands on the planet at the time, and that's pretty rad.
That's insane, man.
Yeah. A lot of people don't know that about me because I don't really, put it all out there all that much. But, what a cool accomplishment that is, And then, so, like I said, I try to keep everything great and we support each other, man. Speaking of other people that I know very well, my buddy Scott Chavez from Short Fuse. We did a fucking benefit show for him because he was battling cancer. So like we all stick together, man, here, dude, and just try to make it the best that we can, bro.
Yeah,
dude. Keep the metal alive, bro. Especially in the Bay Area, because this place is so iconic of Testament, fucking, Metallica, Exodus, fucking Death Angel, Forbidden. I mean, there's so many bands that come out of the Bay. It's wild, dude.
Yeah.
When we send our show to Europe, they're like, oh, you're from the Bay Area? Oh, my God. Well, it's cool.
Oh, yeah, man. I mean, when I look back, like, when I was a kid, man, there's so many bands that come from that area that I grew up listening to, man. Like, they're just fucking huge, man. Like, to me, like...
Not even just metal either, man. You got so many, like, bands like YNT and fucking Journey and, like, Credence. Like, so many fucking killer bands that came out of here, dude. And
yeah.
So, you gotta keep this shit going, dude. So, I'm fortunate. I've worked hard for this shit most of my life. It's a hard road, but if you really love it, you gotta keep doing it.
Hell yeah. Well, another question for you from the chat room. Who are some of your favorite musicians, artists, singers?
Growing up,
yeah.
Max Cavalera from Sepultura.
Oh, hell yeah.
One of my favorite, bro. I mean, I love that fucking dude. I love Creator. I love As Dying, dude. I love fucking Killswitch. I love Slayer. I mean, come on, man. Testament, Chuck Billy's fucking one of my favorites, dude. Zetro from Exodus. Fucking there's just so much influences that we have, and I have, and the other guys have in the band. That's what makes our band cool, I think. Electuleo from Children of Bodom. I mean, fuck, dude. We were kind of coming up at that time, too, So I remember putting the Milwaukee Metal Fest and fucking Death Angel was headlining, and so was fucking Black Dahlia Murder before they got signed. I kind of been a part of all this shit coming up. I haven't really got the full break yet, but you keep working at it, man. I think it's going to come our way.
Hell yeah, man. Death Angel's fucking awesome, too, man. That new record is fucking badass, man.
Yeah, they fucking shred live, dude. They're so good. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So good. Yeah.
Another question from the chat room. What's your favorite drink?
Jack and Coke and fucking Jaeger bombs, bro.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, man.
Straight up. Yeah, most definitely, man. We always like to go out, we like to party a little bit, nothing too crazy, but, we always have a rule. Don't get too fucked up before the show. Because we don't want to go on stage, sound like shit, so.
Mm-hmm.
After the show, though, then it's on. We're going to drink, we're going to hang out with everybody and, fucking rage.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Another question from the chat room. Does the whole band contribute to the lyrics, like writing of the songs, or is it one person?
Lyrically, I write most of the lyrics, but we all contribute to, the songwriting process. Like the time changes or what we should do here, what we should do there. We all contribute, man. Some things get, taken away. We'll change drum beats. We'll change guitar riffs. We all kind of put our own input into it because we all have our own talents, So I think that's what makes a band great. Where everybody has their own, style and their own, opinion on things. And if we all feel that's the best part, then we'll do it. I mean, we've changed songs like fucking 9 times. Oh, this part, we'll do that too many times. Let's slow that down, or let's speed that up, or whatever it is.
Yeah.
So yeah, we all contribute, man, and I think that's a cool thing that we have as a band. Because sometimes that can get fucked up, and people get pissed if you don't like their riff and shit, or if you don't like my lyric style or the cadences or whatever. So we all kind of work on it together. But lyrically, I mostly write most of the lyrics, try to find the concept that I want, and stick to that concept for that specific song. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
For all the gearheads out there, man, myself included, I always like to ask this, man, like what kind of stuff are you guys using in the studio or live or whatever, like what kind of fucking amps and fucking pedals and shit like that? What kind of stuff are you guys using to get these sounds, man?
Man, well, okay, well, all right. I can't remember the exact name. I wish fucking Chris and Shiloh were on here to say what they have, because they got these badass new pedals, man, that are just fucking killer. Touch tone, pedals that are just ridiculously good. Put a Marshall head or Marshall amp on both, I believe.
Hell yeah.
Mark's got a killer drum set. He's got a new smaller one, but we got Mark this fucking badass trigger that a lot of people don't have, dude. We got it from Russia. And it's a fucking laser trigger that shoots down to his kick drum, so it never misses. Like yellow triggers, if it rattles and shit, you get like a delay and shit. That does not happen with Mark's triggers. It's fucking on point every time.
It's laser?
It's laser, bro. It shoots down laser. Yeah, it's tight as fuck, dude.
I never heard of that shit, man.
Yeah, I know. See, we're up on the game, but we're 2 steps ahead, man.
That's wild, dude.
Yeah, Chris found it. So he mounts it to his drum head, and it shoots a laser down to his kick pedals. Not his pedals, but his the fucking other part. God damn it, I'm having a brain fart. And it shoots the laser on top of his pedal, and it knows exactly where it's hitting every time. So
where the hell did you find that shit, man?
I just told you. I said we got it in Russia.
Russia. What the fuck?
Yeah, right, bro. It's tight.
Hell yeah.
It's tight. We kept it a secret for a while because we didn't want anybody to know that we had that. It was kind of this cool thing that we had that nobody else had, And so yeah, we got that. Kenny's got a super badass bass tone. And Chris has bought some new pedal that's badass. He's still working on it. Shiloh's got some badass gear too, man. I mean, these guys, I'll give them credit. They put time into their tones and shit like that, you know. So we go record, you know, we use that or we use, you know, whatever we get. Well, as long as it's powerful, dude. But we're not fucking around. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And as far as the recording process, how are you guys doing that? Like, are you guys all going into a room and recording live, or are you doing it track by track, or how do you do it?
Track by track. So as everybody knows, we record with Juan Urteaga, our fucking home right there at Trident Studios, dude. He's recorded Exodus. He's recorded Testament. He's recorded fucking Death Angel. He's recorded so many badass bands, dude. A lot of local bands that go through there. And we love him, dude. He's cool as shit. He's chill. Before that, we recorded Zach Owen, like I said, for Shark Bite, who's awesome as well. Love that guy. So yeah, the recording process was, you know, drum tracks first with scratch tracks on guitar, then bring in, you know, another guitar part, and then find the true tone that we want, and then I'm last, I'm vocally, so it's a cool process, you know. And you know, I remember we had to kind of cut it. We weren't done yet, and then Exodus came in. We're like, fuck. So we had to wait for like 2 months before we can go back and finish our songs because Exodus came in. So, but once we came back in, we're pretty much almost done. Juan's great at editing. Great, you know. We go back and forth on like, hey man, we should do this for that part. Maybe we could add this to that part, and I think it worked out pretty good. You know, so yeah, that's kind of how it rolls, man.
Man. What's it like being a part of that scene, dude? Like does it give you goosebumps, man, when you think about it sometimes? Like the fact that you guys are in there with some of these motherfuckers, man, like what the fuck, dude?
Yeah,
that's crazy.
I mean, yeah, dude, it's great, dude. I think we've all worked hard for that, you know, respect is earned. That's how I feel about it.
Yeah.
I think we've earned that respect from these guys, and that's why, you know, we're trying our best to get at that level, you know, and it's hard to do. There's so many bands out there that kill it and shred it, and it's like, how do we stand out? How do we fucking, you know, of course we love all the thrash bands that are here, but in another way, you know, we can't fucking sound like them. Otherwise we're just going to, you know, drown in, you know, in the mix. So we got to come up with something a little bit different and use our influences and, you know, kind of separate ourselves from that with respect of where we're from. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, you guys definitely have your own sound, man. Like you don't sound like all the other bands out from that area. Definitely, man. Like,
thanks, man. Thanks, man.
It's definitely your own thing, man. But it's cool, dude. You know, like.
Thanks, dude. Thank you.
I like it, man. I'm really.
Like I said, much respect from all the bands from here in the Bay, bro. Because I wouldn't be doing it if it wasn't for that. You know, Machine Head, Testament, Exodus, Slayer.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, just those, man. A lot of fucking underground bands, see that are fucking killing. Hellbender, Cultural Warfare, Swordfuse. I mean, there's so many fucking Angerhead. There's so many killer bands, dude. Frolic. I mean, there's just badass bands, dude, out of the Bay Area that people need to hear, dude.
Man.
Seriously.
I remember seeing Machine Head. That was my second concert, man. My first concert was fucking Cinderella and Bon Jovi when I was little. I was like 8 years old in the 80s, man.
So was it that Burn My Eyes album, I'm assuming?
My second concert was Slayer doing the Divine Intervention tour. I was 15, and that's when Machine Head and Biohazard opened up for him. But nobody knew who Machine Head was, man, at that time. And I remember we went to the show. You know, all we cared about was Slayer. But Machine Head came out, and I'm gonna tell you, man, they fucking tore that shit up, dude. I walked out of there. I was like, I gotta get that CD, man. I got to, you know, like immediately.
Yeah, and that's what we're trying to strive for as well. You know, like you come to our show, dude. Like you mentioned in the writing that, you know, we are a powerhouse live, and that's to me very important. Because I you know, I want to see a band kill it live, just like their album. Or we don't record anything that we can't do live, man. So we make sure that, and when we play live, we fucking bring it, dude. Like we're coming for you. Yeah, we're prepared. We're playing heavy. We're fucking swinging our heads around. Let's do this. You know what I mean?
Fuck yeah. When you guys coming to Tennessee, man?
Shit, man. We're working on a tour right now. So, like, end of June to July, we're going to be doing probably about 4 or 5 states. We're not Tennessee, though, but we'll be hitting West Coast shit, like Nevada, Arizona. I think Arizona, Idaho, Washington, Oregon, back to Cali. So, we're trying to get this first batch of tour out. And then, and head our way back towards, your guys' area. It just costs money, bro. We got to make sure we do it right.
Oh, yeah. I know, man. I know.
How's the Tennessee metal scene going on out there, bro?
It's fucking insane, man. Like, these motherfuckers around here are fucking crazy, dude. Like, they are so fucking hungry for it, man, because nothing really ever comes around here, dude. Like, it's just this barren fucking wasteland of fucking, like,
oh, shit.
There's no fucking, but there's so many, but there's so many metalheads here, but like, it's like, everybody thinks of Nashville, they're like a fucking country, fucking
all country,
yeah, but like, there's so many metalheads here, dude. So when we put on the Tennessee Metal Devastation Music Fest, it goes insane, dude. Like, these people come out of the woodwork, dude, like, from, you don't even know where they came from, man.
Well,
like,
put us on it, bro. When's it happening?
It's cool, man. Hell yeah, dude. We'll hit you up, man. We'll hit you up.
Yeah, put us on it. We'll play it.
Hell yeah.
What's fun about it?
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah, I appreciate you, giving us love and shit like that, dude. I appreciate it, bro.
Yeah, dude. Of course, man.
I'm glad people are liking the new music. I see another song too. I don't know if you want to play it or not. Called "Sentence to Burn."
Hell yeah.
It's one of our older songs that we have, and I just want to give people.
That's the song I got coming up after this interview, dude. I'm gonna play fucking "Sentence to Burn," dude.
Oh man, that's was Zach Oren from Sharkbite. Older stuff. I just want people to like the band in general, dude. We're stoked to release this new music. We'll probably release the EP in May. All the artwork's done, everything's done. So, yeah, man, we kind of went I don't know, a little different on this EP. I think people are gonna dig it though.
Hell yeah.
Wow.
All right, well, I've got some about it questions for you, man. Is there anything else you want to let the people know, dude?
Oh, yeah, man. I just want to thank you all for being a fan of our band, dude. We work hard to, give you guys, the best that we got, and thank you for fucking digging our shit, and we'll keep fucking bringing you guys new music, and we got more songs too that we're about to record here pretty soon too. So we got a lot of content coming for you guys, man. We're pushing hard. Hopefully, this year will be a good year for us, and we'll just keep moving forward, bro.
Hell yeah. Where's the best place for people out there to go fucking support you guys and check you guys out, man?
All right, cool. So we have a new website now that our homie Shiloh created, negative6.com, straight to your face. We have Facebook, of course, Instagram, a TikTok channel. I mean, we have a YouTube channel. I mean, we're trying to get ourselves out there as best as possible. We have a Spotify as well. A lot of our shit got fucking fucked up. We had to start all over, man. So we have a new website. I'm sorry, a new Facebook page. We're trying to get those numbers back up and shit, and
yeah.
Especially this new release with Agony, the video. We want to get this pumped out again. We might be doing some shit overseas for a little bit more promo. And get it out to the masses, bro. And fucking, just keep supporting us, man. And we love it. We appreciate everything that you guys do for us, as far as the great comments and people that. I got this guy from Japan one time that messaged me out of nowhere saying that we helped him through like hard times in his life and shit. I'm all, whoa, that's kind of wild. So, pretty cool.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah.
You know what I mean?
All right.
Keeps the blood pumping.
Goddamn right, man. Well, Sid, before I let you go, man, can I get you to make us a station tag real quick?
Absolutely, bro.
All right, man.
Thank you. This is Sid for Negative Sixxx. Thank you for listening to Metal Devastation Radio.
Hell yeah. I was gonna prompt you, man, but you don't even need it, dude. You already know what to say, man.
No, bro. I know what's up, Zach.
You got it, dude. You got it.
Thanks, man.
Hey, man. Thanks a lot for taking the time to talk to us, dude. I really appreciate it, man. Seriously,
bro.
dude.
Thanks for having me, man. I appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, man. And what we're gonna do now is we're gonna blast some more Negative Sixxx, man. I got Sentenced to Burn coming up next, man. So these motherfuckers go crazy, all right?
All right, let's do it, man. Thanks, bro.
All right, man. We'll rage, dude. We'll talk to you soon.
All right, later.
Later. There you have it, folks. Sid from Negative Sixxx live on the motherfucking Zach Moonshine Show with Metal Devastation motherfucking radio. Like I said earlier, put your speakers in your windows, put them in your front lawns, put them in your neighbor's driveway, put them in your neighbor's fucking house. If you got speaker cable long enough, carry them motherfuckers out there, man. Put them somewhere where it's gonna blast some motherfuckers and crank this fucking shit up, dude. I promise you, they'll go nuts. And if you don't see U-Haul trucks everywhere tomorrow, we ain't even the same, dude. Like, what the fuck, man? Come on.